Okay, whom to follow if you want to get enlightened? I think I would put my bet on the Eastern religions, because in the Western religions, technically there is no such thing as enlightenment. You cannot be free. Even if you even if you die and go to heaven, even there is God, right? For all of eternity, maybe. You are technically never free in religion. Okay. Your best bet is Eastern religions. Hinduism is good. Lot of ideologies are there. Even atheism is part of Hinduism. There's like literally lot of possibilities. Everything is there. There's a lot of jargon as well. Buddhism is quite straightforward. Buddhism, Jainism, is Taoism, Zen, Sufism. They are all directly targeted to enlightenment. No other fancy pit stops in between. Other religions, that's what Christianity, Islam, Judaism, you are not longing for enlightenment, you are longing to go to heaven. Are you free in heaven? Or are you bound? On earth you are bound, with life you are bound. Even if you die, are you truly liberated? Till judgment day you will remain dead, right? Only the judgment day, then God will decide whether you will go to heaven or hell, depending on your account books, your karma, depending on your karma, on your dharma. God will decide whether you will go to heaven or hell. You are not, it is not in your hands. Okay, you can do good deeds, blah blah blah, whether you are a saint or a sinner. That is up to you. Okay. But still, enlightenment, no, there is no such possibility as enlightenment. There is a God, there is a big book, follow this, you are good. Be a good human being. Religion is mostly trying to make you a good human being, to morally make you good. There are various rituals to give, if somebody is born, there are rituals. Marriage, lot of rituals. Why? To let them know something important is happening. What is happening? Two people are getting, from then on, their husband and wife to procreate, simple things. And no other life forms need marriage. I'm saying, technically marriage, all this boom, bam, boom celebrations and all are, just the frills, not the dress. So a lot of rituals in religion. That's what I personally feel, that if the world becomes like the spiritual as the Buddhism, Taoism, there won't be much rituals. But if you look at it, Buddhism has a lot of rituals now, because the backdrop is Hinduism. If you literally go to the temples, you can find, if you go to Thailand, there are influences. If you go to in India also, you can find many rituals from Hinduism they have adopted. So more than 70 to 90% of Buddhism has become a religion by itself. Though better than the other things, still I'm saying, even Jainism became rules. Lot of rules. Ended up like that. That's why we didn't have so many Janas in the world. But comparatively, Mahaviras was much more extreme than Buddha. Not more enlightened than Buddha, not like that. He was still more concerned about life. When you're speaking, use a mask because you're killing the microbes unnecessarily. Don't kill an ant. That's why they encourage sannyasis to walk barefoot. These things are outdated now. But still you have to follow because it's written in the book. That is a religion. Yeah, without religions, the world would be a boring place. There would be no Christmas, no Easter, no Holi, no Diwali, nothing is. I am not against traditional culture as well. Okay, it's beautiful. Rituals are beautiful, right? Tradition, cultures. Otherwise, what will you do? When you will sit and meditate. Yeah, that's the ideal state. There is a beautiful possibility, yes. But we need these things as well, as much as I hate to say this. But yeah, it makes the religion, gods, different kinds of gods. They were also had a lot of troubles. Rama had trouble, Krishna had trouble, Jesus had a lot of troubles. Muhammad had trouble. Who did not have trouble? Who did not have problems? Everybody had problems. Even, do you think God is being free of all the problems? Just we humans have so many problems. Imagine how many problems God should have. To take care of the whole things, man. At least in the religious. That's what I told you. In spirituality, it's more of autonomous universe. It's like you have a choice. It's like humanity is on this ladder, on this bridge between animality and the divinity. Humanity is the middle. If you want, you can go, you can climb up the steps, or you can go down. Humans can live worse than the animals, right? But we can live like divine as well. Humans have produced a Hitler and a Buddha as well. Both extremes. It's the same divinity, it's the same consciousness. Yeah, I think Arjuna asked or someone else asked. I think Arjuna itself asked Krishna, it's like, if you yourself are present in everybody, then why do bad people exist? No, this I saw in a movie, I think. Yeah, some movie I saw this. Someone will ask, Krishna's Bhakta will ask. Not Bhakta, he was actually an atheist. So Krishna will come to him. So he'll ask this question, then why there are bad things? Why there are bad people? Why do bad people do bad things? If you only is present in them as well. So he says, see, under the street light, you can help someone or you can stab someone. But can you complain the street light? It is the street light's fault. Oh, because of street light I could see and I killed that person. Can you say like that? You can do both the things under the same light. It depends on you what you want to do. That's the conflict of free will. You have a choice. You have the freedom to make the choice. And that freedom is what humans are suffering, what we are suffering. No animal there don't even have a choice as such. You look at the buffaloes, they eat the grass their whole life, they'll never complain about their diet. Imagine humans eating 40 years, the Jews ate manna, they were fed up. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, manna, they were fed up. Humans, we need variety. Dogs, cats, they can eat the same diet for the rest of their life, they won't complain. If that is what is, suited for them, that is what the instinct is there. They don't eat exactly for the taste. We are concerned about the taste, we are not only about filling the stomach. It's Sadhguru put it beautifully. It's like, see, you can eat garbage and still be a Buddha. Okay? You eating in a garbage pit and eating every day doesn't make any difference. But being human is something else, right? It's a dignified way to live. We do the same things, but we eat in a clean plate, cooked food. We sleep in a bed. We make a beautiful house, comfortable house. Why? We can sleep anywhere, right? We can eat with your two hands as well. Paja, you can also eat. No other life form uses any plates, like nothing. Dogs, cats, we feed them with one. That's what happened in Mahavir's life. It's like he was carrying this one begging bowl to drink water, to eat food. And one day he saw a dog was drinking water directly from the river. Mahavir thought for himself, the dog has the common sense and I am holding a bowl. He dropped that as well. He was drinking water like this. Mahavira is the ideal child every parent should aspire for. Maga andre Mahavira antara irbeku. Ideal son. Not like Buddha. Buddha betrayed. Buddha betrayed his father. He had a wife, he had a daughter, he had a son. He did not tell them, he escaped. Buddha eloped, not Mahavira. Mahavira also had the same longing as since his childhood. He wanted to be a sannyasi. Buddha, when he saw those three people, one sick man, one dying man, then he realized, oh, there is suffering in the world, not Mahavira. Mahavira, since childhood itself, he was concerned about, he was thinking about enlightenment. So, I think when he was 17, 18 years of age, one day his parents called him. They told, no, we are looking for a neighboring princess, you should get married. Then Mahavira thinks, oh my God, if I get married, then how will I become a sannyasi? But how to say no to my parents as well? They have taken care of me, so how can I disappoint them? He says, okay, I'll get married. No question. He gets married. After his marriage, his wife, she will come and ask him and tell him, it's like, I know what is in your heart. You are not here. You are not in the palace. You are on, I know you want to become a sannyasi. You want to be enlightened. But always remember this one thing, that I won't be a problem to you. I won't stand in your way. You don't have to think, oh, I have a wife. His wife tells him this. Buddha's wife never told him. Okay? So he says, okay. So then he decides on the death of his father and mother. Once they both die, then he will take sannyas. I think first his father will die, then I think after 2 years his mother will die. On the mother, they'll burn the mother's body. They're coming back from the crematorium. He will ask his brother, I had made a conviction that when my parents die, I will take sannyas. My parents have died, can I take sannyas? He will ask his elder brother. His elder brother says, just my parents have left me. Now you are also leaving me right away. You stay with me for 1 year. Then you think about going. Maharaj says, okay, no question. Okay. Exactly after 1 year, on the anniversary day of his mother's death, he'll come and tell his brother, it's 1 year, can I go? He was like, you are not here, man, you are already a sannyasi. You don't have to go and take sannyasa. You are already a sannyasi. You are already not of the world. So hence begins Mahavira's most, I think, in a way he suffered more than Jesus, you can say. Oh my God. His whole life was torture, self-imposed torture. Buddha also, he also did starving. He was eating 1 grain of rice and 1 drop of water for 1 day. Buddha, for close to 2 years. He had become all bones. She had become all bones. There's a statue of Buddha depicting it. All ribcage and all will show. All your face is all gone inside. Then he realizes, what's the point of torturing the body? This body was given to self-torture you. What is the point of punishing yourself? There is no point. He realizes that, Buddha. So things happen when Buddha returns back after his enlightenment. He goes back to the palace. So his father will say, okay, see son, after 12 years you have come home. I can forgive you for what you did to me, what you did to this kingdom. Okay, I can forgive you. You are begging in my kingdom. He was a prince there, and he is begging in his own kingdom. Still I can forgive you. You drop all this nonsense. Okay, you want to continue your spiritual practice, you do it in the kingdom. I will make sure that you have sufficiently. All is unnecessary will be taken care of by me. No. Then his father asserts that, do you know who you are? You are my son. Buddha says, no, I may have come through you. You are not the reason for my existence. Your son, yes, he left the house, but what I am now is not the same person. Then his wife, she asks more very interesting questions to Buddha. His wife asks, okay, so you went out of the house without telling me. You left your infant son. Tell me one thing, what you found out in the forest, was it not present in this palace? What will Buddha answer? He cannot say, no, it did not exist, because it existed in the palace as well. Do you think you need to go to forest for enlightenment? It cannot happen in your own bedroom. Enlightenment is not in the forest. Even when Buddha was leaving the palace, he was eloping. He had his charioteer. He was an old man. And Buddha told him, take me to the forest. He said, I have lived all my life in the forest. There is nothing in the forest. See, you are leaving this beautiful palace. He says, which palace? I can see only the palace is on fire. You can only see that. I don't see any luxury there. He says, the palace is on fire. So yeah, Buddha's wife's next question is, she tells her son to come and ask for his rightful heir of the kingdom. Buddha gives him his begging bowl and his shawl. He said, this is the greatest treasure I have. And his son becomes sannyasi. So Buddha doesn't have a lineage. Because Buddha's only son became a sannyasi as well. So that is the... And his kingdom will come to ruins by the time Buddha was around 40, 50, 55 years of age. His father will die, then kingdom, everything becomes destroyed. His cousin was also his disciple, Buddha's cousin, Ananda. His name was Ananda. He was very close disciple. He has a very interesting character. He was elder brother, elder cousin of Buddha. So he says Buddha becomes very popular, then one day this Ananda will come to Buddha, but he says, okay, before I becoming a disciple, before taking sannyas, I have 3 conditions. 3 conditions. Yeah, because after tomorrow if I become your disciple, I cannot order you, right? Whatever you say, I have to do. He says, okay, what? He says, first condition, I should be beside you anywhere you go. Anywhere you go, I should be beside you. Okay, done. What is the second one? He says, anytime if I have a question, I will ask, you should answer. Anytime. Midnight also, I'll wake you up, I'll have a question, means you should answer. He says, okay, fine. Okay, what is the third? He says, if I bring someone along with me, you have to ask them, you have to answer them if they have any questions, anytime. He says, okay, fine. So when Buddha returns to his palace to meet his father and his wife, he says, Ananda, you wait outside. He says, but you made a promise, I should be always beside you. Then Buddha says, now I am not Buddha, now I am my father's son and my wife's husband. Okay, so that promise doesn't apply here. That is to Buddha. Now I am not Buddha right now. So says, wait here, I will go and come. So Buddha goes in. So even until the day of Buddha's enlightenment, Ananda wasn't enlightened at all. Some other disciples were getting enlightened. Ananda was confused. I am always beside Buddha. It's all happening to many other disciples. I am not getting enlightened. So he asked Buddha. It's like, what Buddha? I am not getting enlightened. I have so many questions. He's like, what am I doing wrong? He says, at the end of this race, Buddha says, you will get enlightened only after my death. Because you have left the whole bondage outside and you are attached to me. That is your bondage. I am your bondage. It's only after my death you will get enlightened. And it happened. Within 24 hours of Buddha's death, Ananda became enlightened. It happened with Mahavira's closest disciple as well. He was an old man actually. He became old with Mahavira. He was very close to Mahavira. He was also crying. By the time Mahavira is sitting at his Mahasamadhi. Mahavira is sitting for his Mahasamadhi. They have constructed this thing for him. So he's sitting and he's crying. It's like many people got enlightened because of I am always close to I am not enlightened. So Mahavira says, it's like you have come so far till the shore. Now you are afraid to jump. You have walked so far to come to the river. And now why are you shaking? Now why are you afraid? Jump. Ultimately you have to take a plunge. I think Osho puts it beautifully. It's like you should either have blind trust. Even Sadhguru says the same. Your final step means you should either trust some. That's why Guru is essential. Because we all come to that point, it seems. But we are afraid to make that leap because it's so unknown. It's unknown. It's infinite. You are literally afraid. It's like to make that jump, to make that call. That's why Guru is very necessary.